AFCON 2025 final has to have been one of the best finals that have been played in Africa in a while. It is hands down one of the best finals I've seen in a long time. Wow, what a final. Two of the best teams in Africa going band for band for who is the best. Where do I even start from? That was a very, very tight game. Like, these two countries actually put everything on the line to carry that trophy. And I don't think 1-0 is a very, very accurate description of how this game went, because there are a lot of chances in that match. There's some chances I even felt like, guy, how are these guys even missing this? But it was pure entertainment. Like, it was very, very, very interesting to watch. Senegal's midfield is absolutely brilliant. These guys are so energetic. They don't stop running. Pape Gueye, what a goal from you. Idrissa Gana Gueye too, exceptional performance. I think he's been one of Senegal's best players in this tournament. I think he has a stat where he's played the most line breaking passes in the tournament. Very, very, very energetic midfielder. Never stops running for his country. I think it was it would have been very unfair if Senegal did not win this match, because there's a lot of controversy in this match, especially with their goal that got cancelled. I didn't think it was a goal that should have been cancelled, because I think it was a very, very soft foul. I don't think anywhere else on the pitch it would have been a foul. And that's another thing about this tournament. The officiating has been very, very skeptical. And that, I don't know, African referees, man, they really need to go and get checked, because in the Nigeria game, let me not pivot to that, but the Nigeria game, it was very, very clear that we were robbed. I don't want to say it played a huge part as to why we did not make it to the final, but it really did, because the referees' decisions were actually kind of appalling. And in this final too, it was the same thing. It was the same thing. It was like, these guys just want Morocco to win. They really just want Morocco to win. And I feel like that's why there was a lot of controversy surrounding the penalty. The Senegal players actually walked off the pitch. I think they would have said a severe punishment if they actually carried on and went and did not stay to watch the penalty, because that's so unprofessional in my opinion. I don't know why they would want to walk off when the game is not over. No matter if the referee has done or made a lot of calls that were not in your favor, I don't think there's any excuse for wanting to walk off the pitch before the 90 minutes has been played. It doesn't make sense. It really does not make sense. I think that was very, very unprofessional. But I'm happy that they have someone like Sadio Mane, who is a legend, a footballing legend, a complete footballing legend. I feel like his his XP has gone up as a footballing legend right now. It's gone up so high. He's just won his second AFCON in what, 3 years now. In the last three AFCON tournaments, this is his second AFCON trophy, if I'm not like wrong. So I feel like his XP has gone up like so much, because he was the one that even told the coach and the players to stay. And bro, it actually went in your favor. That's the thing. It went in your favor. I don't understand how Brahim Diaz is trying to play a Panenka in the final of an AFCON game that you literally had the last kick of the game to decide. Bro, just shoot. Just shoot. There is no reason for you to be trying to play a Panenka or trying to just be funny or be smart. Like, there was no reason for you to even want to be doing that at that moment. It was too crucial of a moment for you to be trying to do a Panenka, and I think you got what was coming for you. I can't lie. You actually got what was coming for you. And I think that was just like, I feel that was God just doing his thing, because they really should not have been winning this tournament. I feel like obviously it was a pen, it was a PK, but Senegal's goal should have counted, it should have stood, and I see why they were actually pissed off. I see why they were pissed off. I just don't agree with them walking off the pitch for sure. I don't agree with them walking off the pitch. But I'm happy. I'm actually happy that Brahim Diaz missed the penalty, because it would have been a very, very unfair ending to that game. And yeah, I just want to give a huge shout out to Calvin Bassey. I think he was an absolute rock for us in this tournament. He was brilliant. He completed the most passes out of any other player in the tournament, and I just think his influence on our team cannot be understated in any way. He actually played he had a really, really good tournament, especially in the game against Morocco. He looked like he wanted to give He gave his everything. In fact, he didn't look like he wanted to give his everything. He gave his everything. I feel like if we even made it to the final, it would have been very, very unfair that he walked out of that game with a yellow card. And yeah, I just feel like he gave his all for us in this tournament. His those switches, those his passes that he would switch from the left to the right, like nah, I can never actually forget the shift that Calvin Bassey put up for Nigeria in this tournament at all. Because without him, I don't think we would have made it to that semi-final. He was an absolute rock, and I feel like we deserved to give him more. We deserved to let him play in that final, but it's all good. It's all good. It's all good. I also want to give a huge shout out to midfield maestro Alex Iwobi. Alex Iwobi is a player that a lot of people they just write off or wrote off for a long time, and I don't know why. Because the past 3 years he's been putting in a shift in the Premier League. He's been playing really really well, and coming into this tournament, he was probably the only one of the few players that could make a difference for us in this tournament, and he really really did his thing. He made a lot of line breaking passes that helped us a lot in this tournament. I feel like him, Osimhen, Calvin Bassey, Lookman coming into this tournament were the players that we were all looking up to or looking at to help us like get to where we needed to be in this tournament. And I think a semi-final finish is not even like it's not bad. It's really not bad. I just would have loved if we won, but I think the best team in Africa or best country in Africa at the moment, which is Senegal, won. And yeah, congratulations to Senegal for winning the tournament. I feel like it was pretty well deserved. Looking forward to the shifts that you guys are going to put in the World Cup again, like I mentioned. And yeah, overall, AFCON 2025 was very, very good to watch. It was a very, very good watch, very, very entertaining 1 month of African football. And yeah, I'm looking forward to how it's going to be next year. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the final, the controversies with the penalty, the cancelled goal, the referees' calls, and if you think Senegal were actually deserved winners in this tournament. Yeah. I still think Morocco put on a great performance in this match, even with all the talk about the referee being in their favor and all of that. They still fought, and they actually defended very, very well, which has been like a trademark for them in this tournament. Their defense has been so good, and and their defense and their keeper Yasin Bono is actually just an insane. That guy is an insane guy, man. He makes some saves that you really cannot even just understand, and he pulled off another very very good save again in this match for I think it was this guy called Sheriff. I don't even know how the guy missed the second one, but the first save was actually outstanding, and I feel like their defense has played a huge part into why they were in this final at all in the first place. Because their defense and their midfield as well, I feel like they played a very very good game. But Senegal, I just think Senegal really could have even done better in this tournament. I think Morocco could have done better in this tournament, but I hope to see more from Senegal in the World Cup for sure, because I'm definitely going to be supporting them in the World Cup since Nigeria is not going. So those are my African brothers, so I have to be there supporting them, and I hope they actually go far in the World Cup because they're actually a pretty good side. They have a lot of good players: Sadio Mane, Nicolas Jackson, Liman Njai. Even though Jackson and Njai did not really turn up in this match, but I think they have a lot of good players: Idrissa Ganagay, Pape Gay. They have Pape Matassa. He didn't even play yesterday. And that guy was actually pretty good when he came on. They have a lot of players that really can make a difference, and I think they are the best African team. They really are the best African team. After them probably is Nigeria. I still think Nigeria played the best football in this tournament. We scored a lot of goals, and a lot of AFCON games just end like 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. I think Nigeria scored a lot of goals. We played really well in this tournament, but the Morocco game that I think we actually did not play as good as we did in the tournament on that day. But I still think Nigeria had a really good tournament. We played really really well. We actually played really really well. This is probably one of the best AFCONs I've watched like in a while. I honestly can't ever lie. It's one of the best AFCONs I've watched in a while, because not just even about. I think the main thing for me is even just the infrastructure, the field that the players are playing on. It was just better to watch. It really was just better to watch. The fields looked good. It looked like the ball was moving, and that's something I haven't seen like a lot with AFCON. I haven't seen good fields, most importantly for African countries. But the Moroccan infrastructure for the AFCON, I think it played a huge factor as to why the tournament looked as good as it was, and actually felt really good as well, just watching it and just being a part of it. And yeah, I think Morocco, Senegal, very, very, two of the best countries in Africa. They are the best countries in Africa if we go off this tournament for sure. So I think Senegal deserved to win. They really were playing really, really well in this tournament as well. So yeah, honestly, it was a very, very interesting tournament. I can't wait to see how next year goes.